Hi, my name is Adam Schiff from Loyola University Medical Center outside of Chicago. Today we're going to show Stryker's VariAx2 fracture plating system. These plates can be used for a multitude of fractures. We're going to use this one today for the lesser metatarsal fracture. For this procedure, we're going to highlight the Stryker VariAx2 fracture plating system as it pertains to lesser metatarsal fractures. We're going to use the narrow version of the fracture plating system as it fits the lesser metatarsals nicely. For this surgery, we're going to have a second metatarsal fracture. So we'll use a dorsal approach to get the second metatarsal. So we're going to go down, try to isolate our bundle if we need to. The bundle runs in between our extensor hallucis longus and extensor hallucis brevis tendons. We won't always encounter the bundles. We might be a little lateral for it. In this case, I think we are, as we are down on our second metatarsal and close to our fracture site. Okay, so let's break this now. I just want to find out where to break it on X-ray. So here we approach our fracture site. We'd certainly clean out our fracture for any potential callus or fracture hematoma. And then we get ready to put our plate on. Since this is a transverse fracture, it helps best to compress, and we'll compress on the distal side. So here would be our plate. Again, this is the narrow version of the plate. We're going to obtain provisional fixation. These plates do take 2.4 and 2.7 millimeter screws. Both of those are accomplished with a 2.0 millimeter drill bit, as we have here. We'll obtain our fixation proximally first. This is distal to our second tarsal metatarsal joint, so we'll stay out of the joint. We'll measure the screw length and then we'll prepare for a non-locking screw. It's important on these to not over-tighten these screws. The plate will contour quite nicely, but until we have all of our screws in, we don't want this plate to contour too much and risk displacing our fracture fragment since it's reduced anatomically right now. And we would use the same drill bit here, 2.0 millimeter drill bit, which works for both the 2.4 and 2.7 millimeter screws. Once two screws are in, the plate likely won't rotate anymore, and so we'll be able to take out our olive wire from our more distal location. So it is important to ensure the rotation is right, both clinically and radiographically, before the second screw goes in. So we do have 3 screws proximal to our fracture site. This is the compression slot, and we want to use our compression slot first. Once we have another screw distal, we won't be able to utilize our compression. If you didn't have adequate fixation and you were worried the plate could rotate, you could certainly put the olive wire in a different location. Now we have proximal fixation, we're going to move our olive wire to another location distal to maintain our fragment and hold our reduction. Get ready for our compression. Here we're going to drill in compression. There is a guide to utilize our compression. It allows for eccentric drilling, and the arrow points towards the fracture site or the osteotomy site. It's going to be done freehand also, not in the guide if you just drill eccentrically. And as the screw goes down, as the head engages, it will slide down the compression ramp and allow for compression of our fracture. This is particularly useful on these transverse fractures that a lag screw cannot be applied first. And then there, with excellent bite, our screw now sits down in a compressed position on the correct side. and we have now great compression at our fracture site. We'll now swap our last olive wire out and allow for further distal fixation. The blade does contour very nicely. This is a titanium plate. It contours with the non-locking screws very well. Perfect. So we have 2 screws on each side of our fracture with compression, and that fracture is well fixated here. We'll take fluoroscopy to ensure we like it. Additional screws can be placed if necessary, but for this fracture, I believe this to be adequate fixation.